About 6 years ago, my life sucked. I was depressed, out of shape, and I binge watched YouTube and played video games for like 12 hours a day as my form of escapism. This was a dark time in my life. I was basically just going through the motions of everyday life, numb to the fact that I wasn't happy with the way things were turned out. Then one day, as I was doom scrolling YouTube like normal, I happened to stumble upon a self improvement video. And it changed everything. Never before did I really think about the fact that I could do something about the circumstances of my life, that I could change them for the better. That one video gave me something that no video had before: hope. I began watching as many self improvement videos as I could because I wanted to have a thorough understanding as to what it was that I wanted to do, because I knew for certain that I wanted to do it. Then one day I decided it's time. Let's begin. And then I did. And now I'm in the best shape of my life, mentally and physically and spiritually. And it only took 4 years for me to get started. I'm willing to bet that there's something about yourself that you are wanting to improve. And I believe that you should do everything in your power to do so. Controversial opinion, I know. But self-improvement is not the answer. You might be wondering what the difference is between self-improvement and improving yourself. And I'll explain that in a little bit, but first let's talk about the self-improvement videos themselves. Odds are that you know what it is that I'm talking about when I say self-improvement video. By the way, I'm going to be calling it self-help throughout the video and self-improvement because improvement, such a long word, man. There's a wide variety of formats they use, whether it be the if you're ambitious but lazy, please watch this video types, the winter arcs, the fall arcs, whatever, last 4 months of the year, first 4 months of the year, whatever. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to be referring to all of them, whether it be about a wide range of topics or something specific like mewing. We'll get to that. A major problem with self-help videos is that they're really addicting to watch. Once you watch one, you want to watch another because subconsciously you're doing the work that you need in order to improve your life because you're learning, and that's good enough, right? So then you watch another and another and another, and by the time that you watch the 20th video, you forgot what the first one said. So then you watch another. Think about how many self-help videos there are out there right now. Probably hundreds of thousands, if not millions, if I had to guess. The self-help industry is massive. And when I say that, I mean like books, seminars, all that. In 2022, the whole industry was worth $13.2 billion in the US alone. For that amount of money, we better all have six packs, right? The same year, the obesity rate was 35% in 22 states. I like to think of self-help videos as a tool. They can expose you to what areas of your life need sharpening and then teach you the steps in order to do so. Plus, if you have literally nothing else in your life to motivate you, they can be a decent motivator. And if that's the case for you, I'm so sorry. Because of this, I think that watching a self-help video or two every now and then is okay, as long as, one, the video isn't garbage, and two, you actually put what the video says to action. But that's not what the majority of people who watch these videos do. They watch a video, think to themselves, wow, I'm learning so much. I'm putting in the hours. I'm working hard. And they're doing nothing. They're just watching videos. It's an endless cycle of work while their lives stay the same. The people who make these videos know this, and they're taking full advantage of the people who watch them. Speaking of which, let's talk about the people who make these videos. I'm not going to be calling anyone out in this video because, honestly, there's no point. They're all basically the same. There are three main areas that these gurus like to cover: mind, body, and spirit. Money. They really like to focus on the money part because it's probably all they think about. I know this because every single one of them, every single one has either a coaching program or a course in their description. All of them. Even the ones with like 100 subscribers. Pretend I'm putting my hand on your shoulder. Buddy, I'm not buying that. It's very likely that the majority of these gurus don't actually care about improving people's lives. They're just in it for the money. Think about it. Why would they care if they have hundreds of videos, with most of them just repeat the same things over and over again, when instead, if they truly cared about improving your life, they could have maybe 10 at most well thought out videos that thoroughly go through the steps that you need in order to do what it is you need to do. Why don't they do that? Because 10 videos isn't enough to make a living. So they make hundreds, some thousands of videos in order to hopefully get you addicted to their content so that you keep watching, so you keep making them money. They don't care if your life improves. They just want you to watch. And by the course, I get that it's difficult to care about improving people's lives if all those people are just numbers in a profile picture, but it's blatantly obvious that they just don't care. For example, here are some tricks that they use in order to get you to keep watching their videos. One thing they'll say is, by watching this video, you're ahead of most people. It's probably true, but they're not saying it because it's probably true. They're saying it in order to make you feel better. They also say affirmations like, you got this, I believe in you, all that parasocial crap. It's nice that they're spreading a positive message, especially considering how negative the platform is, but they're not doing it to spread positivity. They're doing it so that you feel a connection because you know them and you love them. Now, there are some things, don't get me wrong, that they teach you that are actually helpful, like building discipline, go to the gym, eat a diet, whatever. But there are some things that are just stupid. There's this obsession with the jawline because, biologically speaking, a more refined jawline is more attractive. But they go too far. There's this thing called mewing, which, I don't get the connection. You want to know an easy way for you to get a more refined jawline? Lose weight. Then there's aura farming. People give off this vibe or aura or whatever, and these people want to have their aura be cool or laid back or whatever. But when they aura farm, the only aura they give off is that of a loser. They're more obsessed about aura than Lucario. What's with these connections with Pokemon? I mean, there's gotta be one. There's going monk mode, where you basically shut yourself in a room for 3 months and focus exclusively on your work, which, you will improve at your work and whatnot if it's exclusively all you do, but it also makes you lose your communication skills because you don't talk to people. So there's no point. If I say the word Sigma or Alpha, do I have to explain anything? Most of these actually sound a little bit decent at first glance, but once you look at it, you realize just how overkill it is. And that's the problem with these self-improvement videos. Once you watch enough of them, you need more methods, more tricks. And so they keep on coming up with more methods and more tricks that are just useless. And then these gurus say, you should do this every day of your life, when it's just a complete waste of time to begin with. So now that we covered all the problems with the self-help space, what is self-help? That's right, we're going backwards in this video. Self-improvement was created around the innate desire to change the negative circumstances of your life, which, again, is a good thing. It can move you in the right direction by teaching you about all sorts of things like fitness, what your phone does to your brain, your relationship with people, and more. A lot more. Like, so much stuff that it's basically impossible to do it all. And even if you did everything, when does it end? At what point can you finally say, this is good enough? If you're on self-improvement, you can't, because you're always striving to be better. At that point, it's not self-improvement. It's self-addiction. We've talked a lot about the help/improvement side of self-help/improvement. But what about the other side? Self. When you're on self-help, you're on it for yourself. When you're starting out on something difficult, like a weight loss journey, I think that having part of your motivation be selfish is actually a decent motivator. Like, for example, you want to impress yourself or you want to live to 30. But when you surround yourself with self-help content that tells you to do it all for yourself, you become selfish, egotistical, narcissistic. That is the reason why self-improvement doesn't work. If you want to improve your life, you shouldn't do it purely for yourself. You should do it to help other people. You work out so that if something were to happen to a family member, you can be there for them. You read nonfiction to help other people grow, and you do all of it to be an example or an inspiration to other people so that their lives can improve. Humility is where you'll find true fulfillment in life. To end this video, I'm going to summarize everything that self-improvement videos say that's actually helpful so that you never have to watch another self-improvement video again. 1. Diet and exercise. Duh. 2. Find your purpose. Your purpose gives you a sense of direction in life, and it gives you a reason for living. Without a purpose, you're just kind of moving with the motions, not really having a reason to do anything. Do your best to find out what it is that your purpose is for this life. And if you're struggling to find any purpose in life right now, for now, your purpose in life is to go to the gym. I don't know. 3, be more mindful of everything in your life. And when I say everything, I mean everything. The videos you watch, the games you play, the amount of time you spend indoors, how your friends and family affect who you are. Be mindful of anything and everything that goes on in your life. Think about how it makes you think and how it makes you feel, and have a thorough understanding of it all. Don't overthink, just observe. And once you do that, 4, make the changes that you need to in order to make your life better. You'll have to do your own research as to what that means for you personally, and as well as diet and exercise, I guess. But that's okay. 5, find God. Read the Bible. Understand who Jesus was and strive to live more like him every day of your life. Watching The Chosen is not a substitute. Pray. Attend church. Again, be more mindful of how God is working in your life. I could tell you the benefits of doing this, but you don't do it for the benefits. You do it to humbly serve the God who created you and who works in you and through you every day of your life in order to serve his glory and for his higher purpose, which you may not understand in this life, especially when things get difficult, but you will once you get to heaven. 6, pretend I'm holding it. There. Get off social media. That includes YouTube, by the way. Don't watch any more videos after this one. My next video better have 0 views. And finally, nothing else matters unless you actually take action. You could learn anything and everything that you wanted to, but none of it would matter unless you apply it. So take action. I need an outro.